So, um, so how long, Nicola, have you been an EC certified coach?
I've been certified for 4 months now.
Excellent. And when you first came in and you had to go through all the training, how did you find that, the resources that were available?
So the training is really comprehensive, and takes you through A to Z of everything you need to know, everything that you need to know to help your clients improve their businesses, a step-by-step system to follow. Within the training, the thing that really was impactful for me was the section of how to coach this, because you've got lots of information, but how do you apply it to somebody who is bogged down and busy and doesn't really care about, we're trying to teach people how to sort of go fishing, aren't we? And really they just want the fish. So how do you coach that to somebody where they can go away and implement it, and be effective? So it wasn't just the information, it was how to use that information with your clients that I found really made everything pull together and make sense, so that I was then felt, yep, I'm ready, give me a client now.
So what was your background, Nicola? Were you in coaching?
No, I wasn't at all. So I'd been a practicing osteopath for the best part of 20 years. I'd sold my practice. I'd moved 500 miles into a different part of the world, was starting again. I'd started another business that was fine. It was paying the mortgage, and I'd had a few people say to me that they thought I should go into coaching, thought I'd be good at it, but I was just thought, well, I don't know how to do that. But it did interest me, and it just, the EC coaching license came along at the right time, because I wasn't loving what I was doing, and it wasn't, setting my world on fire at all. So yeah, I didn't have a background in coaching at all.
Okay, and how many clients have you currently got? You said you've been with EC, the program, for about four or 5 months. How many clients have you currently got?
I've got 15 clients now.
And are they in a specialist area, or have you gone for a broad base of clients?
No, I've really gone into the niche that was my background. So all of my clients are physical therapists or physios or osteopaths or podiatrists. They're all in healthcare.
And has that helped when you've been marketing, because you're going out to one niche area?
100%. So one of the things I do say in my marketing is to pick a coach that's achieved what you want to achieve in your industry. And for me, I think that's helped people to choose me, because I know all the downsides of that industry, because I've worked in it for 20 years. So I understand it, and I'm therefore applying things that I've either had success with my clients, or I applied them myself in my own business.
Fabulous. So how did you approach, once you'd finished your training and you'd taken your test and you'd got your piece of paper that said that you'd passed, how did you approach actually getting your first client?
I worked my butt off. So I just, used the impetus from the EC of creating really useful stuff. And they give you lots of guidance and frameworks on that. And I just went into overdrive in creating things that my market would find helpful and useful, and got in front of people as much as possible, so they got to know me, got to know who I was. I was the kind of new kid on the block in my industry, trying to help businesses grow. So just created content that was helpful to people to get an email list and to get on people's radars.
Excellent. And very soon after you started, COVID-19 pandemic hit the UK, and how did that make you feel, and how did you deal with that?
My normal business that I'd started, I lost 80% of my clients in 3 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
That was fun. However, I'm 100% certain that if COVID hadn't hit, I wouldn't have got to my 15 clients so quickly, because there's nothing like, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills, to motivate you to really, you know, push your foot down on the pedal. But it also, I found that when I've had discovery calls with people, my industry was completely shut down. So you could look at it and go, well, how on earth were people in the position to be investing in coaching? Do you know what? They'd had an awful lot of time to reflect on their lives and their businesses. And a lot of people were coming out of lockdown feeling they didn't want to go to the same old problems that they knew were going to be waiting for them in their clinic and in their business. And they were really at a motivated stage to make change. It's like that feeling that we all have, you know, the first week of January, but amplify it, because it wasn't just New Year's Day thinking, it was 3 months being locked in with your family to reflect that you actually didn't want to go back to your business being the way it was before.
Did it change the way that you've marketed your coaching, COVID-19? And which marketing pillars have you found to be really successful to gain your clients?
So Facebook, I have a Facebook group and I use Facebook ads. So those have been the two sort of winners. All of the booking discovery calls and getting discovery calls booked in has been via email campaigns to the list that I've built up using Facebook. And LinkedIn is still on my list. I've got to get to it.
Have you created any collateral that's helped you with those Facebook campaigns then?
Yes, so I've created helpful booklets, survival guides, PDFs, checklists, you name it, and just get it out there and see what's worked, see what I've had the most positive feedback about, and then, you know, taken that onto the Facebook ad platform once I know that people are finding it useful.
What's the support been like from the team at EC?
The support's been amazing. It was a very scary time when COVID hit, and I think a lot of people felt really kind of down in the dumps, but being around other coaches, having support from the EC to point out the fact that never has there been a time when businesses need help, really kind of pumped me up and got me very motivated to look at it as to look at it and see it as the opportunity that it was, which was to show people that you can help by helping, and just get out there and create as much useful content as possible. Absolutely amazing it's been.
Where are your clients based? Because they're not all based in the UK, are they, Nicola?
No, so the vast majority of the clients that I've got have come from either the UK, Ireland or Canada. The reason being because their lockdown was the longest and those businesses were hit the hardest.
Oh, nice. Okay. And has there been a difference, you having clients that are abroad in Canada? Has that had an impact in how you deal with them?
I think they're certainly more open to marketing and business skills training. They do a lot more undergraduate than we do in the UK, and they do tend to have you know, they're more what's the word? They're more open to trying things and new ideas and such. They do have a different attitude to business, but that's worth pointing out there that the entire healthcare system there is in the private sector. So it's a very different market. It's much more competitive. So they have to be on their A game, you know, with marketing, and they're much more proactive.
But has the teaching of it been very similar for you from a coaching point of view? Has it been just as easy to coach somebody who's thousands of miles away as opposed to being a few hundred miles away or even 2 miles away down the road?
100%, because we all have the same problems as small business owners. There might be some problems that are unique to that region, such as advertising standard policies might be a bit different and you've got to be careful. But at the end of the day, all small business owners have the same problems, no matter where they are on the planet.
Has it been what you expected? Has been coaching, has it led you where you thought it was, or has it thrown up some surprises?
It's been really rewarding. I don't think I quite expected to feel the kind of buzz that I felt of having clients have their first couple of breakthroughs and have them say, oh my God, I was not prepared for the amount of inquiries that campaign was going to bring in, because they've often had past experiences of just trying to muddle through and figure stuff out themselves. So to have that kind of feeling of really having made a difference to somebody's business has been really, really enjoyable, because I know what it feels like to be stuck in a business that isn't, you know, profitable, and to be a slave to your business, and to be able to help them move towards some really quite ambitious and sexy goals is really nice.
And how much time do you devote to each of your clients on a weekly or fortnightly basis?
So I speak to my clients for about 40 minutes every fortnight, and they have unlimited email support from me in between calls, but it will be from Monday to Thursday. So I'm quite protective over that one day a week that I get to clear everything off my desk.
When the first client started to get results, how did that make you feel?
It was amazing. So, you know, it helped to reinforce your own confidence that you could do it, and that what you'd learned could be applied. But it was just delightful to have them have that feeling of, wow, this is actually working, it's doing really well, because a lot of people have invested in other programs and perhaps were disappointed with results. So it's always nice to get somebody some wins and see the feedback and the excitement in them that they're going to be able to make it happen.
And how do you envisage growing your coaching business over the next few months?
So I'd like to get up to 20 clients, and then I'm thinking about opening a group coaching program so that I can help more businesses that perhaps can't afford one-to-one coaching. Those businesses will still have the same issues and the same problems. So to be able to provide help to people on a bigger scale would be my next goal.
Excellent. So you're nearly there. So you're in touching distance, aren't you, of getting your dream number of clients, which is really good.
Yeah.
And what would you say to anybody that was thinking of joining the certified coaching program?
I would say to do it. It is the most comprehensive training program that you can imagine. You know, when you finish and you submit and you take your exam and you become certified, you're ready. There's going to be no hesitation in you, no feeling like, oh, I'm not sure if I can do it. I'm not sure what I'll do on my first call. I'm not sure what I'll say to somebody when I book a discovery call. It's all there. You've got loads of resources to pull through. And if ever you've got a coaching call coming up and you're thinking, what am I going to do? You just pop into that resources area and you're like, oh, that's what's next. That's what we're going to move on to next. So you'll come out of the training just ready to go and ready to help small businesses.